وأن المرتبة الكبيرة والمنزلة الرفيعة الشريفة العظيمة التي يصل إليها الخلائق من معرفتهم بالله الخالق سبحانه وتعالى، ويسمونها إذا تلاشت الحجب في علو الرتب وشاهدت البصيرة أنوار الحضرة الإلهية، يعبرون عنها بالوصول، ولا هو وصول جسم ولا تكييف ولا صورة ولا شيء من ذلك، ولكن وصول علم ومعرفة خاصة بمحبة خالصة تقضي بمراتب القرب من الرحمن جل جلاله. هذا الوصول والدرجة الرفيعة كيف تصل إليها؟ لذا علم صدقك في جدك واجتهادك وتشميرك وإرادتك تنقية نفسك عن مذموم الصفات.
So Habib is talking about attaining ranks here, and he first mentioned that this is through the taking the pathway of struggling and cleansing the soul, and as hard as you try to do so, it doesn't matter how hard you take this path, there will still be some neglect or some small problems within you. So this is why this is what is meant through the verse in the Quran which directs or speaks about that no one would attain this spiritual or rank or a cleansing of the heart without Allah's granting them such. But this gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not attained except through first taking the pathway of struggling and trying to attain these ranks. So the purification of a person is not attained through the mujahada or the struggling against the soul or struggling against the ego, but it is a first step towards so, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants one these great ranks. The Imam Al-Adani said in a poem, that the attainment of these ranks and these spiritual stations is what occurs after doing, is attained after doing, or actually implementing what one has studied, and then it's through the second door, which is yaqeen or certainty. So it doesn't actually have to do with ilm in itself, but rather acting upon it and then attaining the certainty later on. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gifts one with actual purity or cleansing of the soul. And then Imam Al-Adani is describing what perhaps this may seem like with the beauty and ranks and a specific type of connection to Allah and a specific type of gnosis. So and what the Imam is talking about here what is meant by attaining or reaching these stations, it's a specific type of knowledge about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he says that you should, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not, cannot be described by any cannot be described in any way, shape or form or a modality, but rather the station is a type of witnessing that can't be described by these things. Then Habib Omar describes the opposites of these types of gnosis, a word called nukur, or a type of ignorance. So again, repetition of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's being and also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's attributes. They are not described by a modality, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also does not have any opposites, or does not have anything that can be identified with him.
قال لو كان ذلك لم تصل إليه أبدا لأن مساويك كثيرة لا نهاية لها وهكذا في الاعتراف والتواضع. So the person who wishes to come to the station of shuhud or witnessing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and this type of gnosis must base everything upon a type of deference. Habib then tells the story of Habib Ibrahim bin Aqil concerning some siwaks. I missed the story about the masawik. It was mainly concerning how a person should speak about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how if one attains a certain type of rank, then the way they speak even the way they speak even points out this witnessing of Allah and everything. Because even if you say something about yourself or concerning yourself, I did or I will do, even just saying such a thing is already a type of weakness, or actually even could be described as sinfulness, because in the end effect there's still something that is missing in the way you're speaking. Because in actuality, as the poem states, there's no doer other than Allah. So where is this attainment of a high spiritual rank of ihsan when someone still witnesses or still believes that there is another doer than Allah? So anyone that bases anything on other than Allah, then you're still in this category of a weak understanding. So then Habib Omar is describing again what was first discussed, which is that you only come to the full attainment of this ranking and also purity of the soul by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granting it to you after you've taken the steps of mujahada.
من فنائها وإقبال الآخرة معد طلابها فغطى وصفه بوصفه وستر نعته بنعت الله تعالى الذي يستحق جميل الثناء. اقرأ بعده.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رضي الله عنكم. So this person that attains these rankings and someone was being and the opposite was Habib explained the opposite, which is obviously the ranking of Iblis. But after this, that just as is said in the sharh, the veils between a person and Allah are then lifted through this spiritual cleansing that occurs. Now the student is continuing to read from the sharh.
والصفات العلية هو عين ما سبق من العناية من مواهب الولاية وأول ما يقيم الله العبد به في هذا المقام أداء الفرائض مع الشهود التبري من الحول والقوة ثم يرقيه في معارج النوافل مع الالتجاء إلى الله من الفتن والعائقة والآفات القادحة حتى توصله يد عناية الله له إلى مقام المحبة الخاص ومكنون العناية بأن الله قد أحب فلانا فأحبه يا جبريل فيحبه الشاووش وينشر له الذكر الجميل والثناء الحسن في أهل حضرته ويؤذن بالقبول في سائر مملكته وذلك بما تفضل به عليه وأوصله من مواهبه ولو كان بنفسه لم يتخلص له عمل ولم يصل إليه من هذه الفضائل المدد بل ما من العبد دون الله مشوب بضروب النقص والتقصير وأعظم خطيئة رؤيته أنه برز عنه أو صدر منه ولو نالته العناية الأزلية لرأى تقدير الله ومشيئته بسابق علمه وهدايته هي التي خصصته بين أجناسه وهو معنى تغطية النعت بالنعت فأن يغيب عن كونه عاملا وفاعلا ويرى أن أمر سيده بذلك ويشهد منته عليه دون استحقاق له في شيء فيرى ما من الله ولا يشهد ما منه
بعده.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رضي الله عنكم. فبهذا الشهود تتخلص أعماله وتتلقى أحواله وتنمو طاعاته ويثيبه الله مقام المحبة وينزله منزل القرب ويلبسه ملابس الاتصال ويثبته في المقام ويسدده في الأقوال وسائر الأفعال.
So the topic they're reading about is still about this rank of shuhud or witnessing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and how it through this witnessing of the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all things, then all the individual actions of the person become only for Allah subhanahu or for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the sharh, the commentators continue to explain different specifications or different types of attributes that are contained within this rank of witnessing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all things. So everything becomes, everything connects to the ultimate reality, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the person then becomes even more active in trying to attain the next world, and for wishing to attain the ranks that will allow them to be
together with the prophets and the Siddiqeen, and to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
غطى نعتك بنعته نعتك بنعته ووصفك بوصفه
And after this, other rankings are attained again.
عظيم ولي في ذلك لو كنت لم تدع بالحبيب بدعواك لم
And
تخرج من العدل
this is then how a person is in this state is then described as having having their attributes or their being taken over
منه على قلب المحب فحقق غاية الأمل يشهدك أنه بما منه إليك بدا وأنت محجوب بالدعاء بالدعوة وبالحيل فاستنقذك من يد الأغيار مبتدئا إليك بالحب قبل الأخذ في العمل
جل جلاله وتعالى في علاه يقول لكن إذا أراد أن يوصلك إليه غطى وصفك بوصفه وغطى نعتك بنعته.
So Habib continues to explain, and if Allah wishes for you to come close to you, or for you to come close to him, then he takes away your being, or takes away those actions of yours to come closer to for you to come closer to him. So Allah's granting yours success and raising your station is all through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's gift to you. And just as the saying goes, about actions of a person, through you we need you, but through you we don't come closer, or through you we don't come to the actual point. So if Allah has helped you or helped you to succeed, then Allah cloaks your lowly attributes. Those things that if a person were to base anything on them, they would be a veil for them, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removes them or cloaks them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually the one that completes a person. So it's not that you can be completed by yourself. So when Allah wishes to complete you as a person, then he cloaks your lowly attributes. So it's as if it's not there. So this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants some people his gifts. So and it was related, and it was related in a something that was attributed to the Prophet ﷺ, about this meaning. And this points out the actual weakness of the person, because the one who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even has given strength, it actually defines their weakness. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to remove these gifts, then he can. So the weak person, so the weakness is always there, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cloaks it, and it's as if it's like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted a person this thing, or that he's that it's like someone's borrowed something. Just as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala points out in the Quran that Sayyidina Jibreel is described as being strong, but Habib Omar points out that only through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is this strength even there. And actually, Jibreel doesn't exist without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala having made him exist. And so the first step which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows a person to attain this ranking is to straighten out the faraid, or the obligatory acts that a person must, followed by extra acts, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens up the pathway until love is attained. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just as is related in the hadith, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exalts this person and says that he loves them, and then Jibreel is told to love this person, and Jibreel then tells the other angels to do the same, and then those that are in the heavens all love this person. So the people, those that are in the heavens worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the love of this person on earth. And through this, a person's becomes beloved on earth. This is Habib Omar says that people were telling each other that like just like when Habib Abu Bakr passed away, that even people that even didn't know him were being affected by this passing away of Habib Abu Bakr. And this is the meaning of Yuza Allahul Qabul fil Ard, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala places acceptance for this person on earth amongst others. So in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, goodness is said about this person. So have you heard? So the biggest wrongful action that a person can do is to think that everything they do, their actions that they do, are from them. One must understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that has given them success, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed them to do these things. And this is the meaning for the cloaking of the personality or the self. Because through this witnessing, one's actions become for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then one can attain this rank of love, and there's a tank of closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, proximity to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this then becomes apparent in the actions and in the way and the speeches and everything. And these are the first steps of the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that becomes apparent in the person and apparent in the way they view the world. And these then become the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen. And so this person witnesses that everything is from Allah. Everything good is from Allah. And this stands in the commentary that they only wish for proximity to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so they even are ascetic in terms of what is offered to them in the next world.
قبائح كل قبائح ولكنها انسترت بظهور مليح حسنه ووصفه وجوده سبحانه وتعالى. أهله ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من.
So but even so, a person has always some issues within them because they're not complete, and this is the gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He's those he wishes by veiling by veiling them. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us this and to everyone.
وليس مهرب منه إلا إليه الفرد الصمد لم ينسى أحد ما حيلة المذنب إذا حاسبه يصبو إذا جاه الذي يرهبه إن راد يعفو وإن شاء عذبه فليس يعلم ما يقدر عليه من خير وشر في بحر وبار إلا إذا جانا بشير الرضا ما عز شيء إلا ولو انقضى الكل نرجو من إليه الرضا هذا المنى من تاب ربه
عليه
لم يخشى عذاب
في يوم الحساب
ما لي نظر إلا لواحد صحيح
سبحانه
متكفل أرزاق العجم
والفصيح
وأنا فضول أبكي على الشاي وصيح
رزقي
على ربي وأنا مستريح من هون الدنيا حصل له
ونال منال حتى يلتحق
بالرجال رجال ما بالوا بما لو عيال طوبى لهم ما جو طريق القبيح لو يعلم أن الله لينفعه
سبحانه
هو ليضاع عبده وليرفعه
من كان مع
الله كان ربي معه واجعله من أصحاب النبي والمسيح ما لي نظر إلا لواحد صحيح متكفل أرزاق العجم والفصيح
يرزقنا من أرزاقه الواسعة الظاهرة والباطنة أرزاق الأديان وأرزاق الأبدان وأرزاق القلوب وأرزاق الأرواح وأرزاق المعرفة الخاصة والمحبة الخاصة حظ كبير وفير وقسم عظيم وسهم فخيم وأن الله يثبتنا في ديوان أهل الصراط المستقيم يحنى على روح الحبيب العظيم ويجعلنا في حماه.
Habib is making dua for all different types of rizq or grants from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether that's for the soul or the body or the world or the next world. And Allah and Habib is asking that we may become of the people of happiness in this world and the next, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala veils all our lowly actions and our lowly attributes, and that He may veil everything that's lowly from us through His highest light in all goodness and in all health. And
ربنا انفعنا بما علمتنا
ربي علمنا الذي ينفعنا ربي فقنا وفقه لنا وقرابة لنا في ديننا معاد القطر أنثى وذكر ربي وفقنا ووفقهم لما ترتضي قولا وفعلا كرما وارزق الكل حلالا دائما وأخل أتقياء علما نحظى بالخير ونكفى كل شر ربنا واصلح لنا كل شؤون
وأقر برضا منك العيون
واقض عنا ربنا كل الديون قبل أن تأتينا رسل المنون
واغفر واستر أنت أكرم من ستر
وصلاة الله تغشى المصطفى من إلى الحق دعانا والوفاء بكتاب فيه للناس شفاء، وعلى الآل الكرام الشرفاء، وعلى الصحب المصابيح الغرار. اللهم اهدنا بهداك واجعلنا ممن يسارع في رضاك، ولا تولنا وليا سواك، ولا تجعلنا ممن خالف أمرك وعصاك. وحسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. يا ربنا اعترفنا بأننا اقترفنا، وأننا أسرفنا على لظى أشرفنا، فتب علينا توبة تغسل لكل حوبة، واستر لنا العورات وآمن الروعات، واغفر لوالدينا ربي ومولودينا، والأهل والإخوان وسائر الخلان، وكل ذي محبة أو جيرة أو صحبة، والمسلمين أجمع آمين يا ربي. اسمع فضلا وجودا منا، لا باكتساب منا، بالمصطفى الرسول نحظى بكل سول، بالمصطفى الرسول نحظى بكل سول، بالمصطفى الرسول نحظى بكل سول. صلى وسلم ربي عليه عد الحب، وآله وصحبه عداد ضش السحب، والحمد للإله في البدء والتناهي.
جنة القرب في